It was a Wednesday. Rain spilled over, the sidewalks like a fresh bruise. Shimmering beneath the dim streetlights, the outside world seemed muted. Everything softened except the piercing metal ring of my phone tearing through. The stillness like a blade. Her father's name lit the screen. We hadn't spoken in over a year. We need to talk. In person. 6 words. No punctuation. Just hurried. Urgency dressed up as polite concern. I didn't reply. I only stared until the letters melted into smudged nothingness, like they were trying to escape before I could fully register them. The silence in my apartment felt rehearsed, like the scene had been set long before I entered. Everything was intact, still vacant. The kind of silence that doesn't come from peace but from vacancy. 2 weeks had slipped by since the party. The night I realized she was already beginning to delete me, I remember her frame beneath, glittering chandeliers soaked in laughter that felt costly and empty. She belonged in that room of tailored blazers and polished charm. I didn't. This is my driver, she said. 3 words, spoken with a smile steeped in Chardonnay and contempt. The men laughed, not with me, at me. I pulled her aside, away from the champagne and false charm. She wouldn't meet my eyes. You should be grateful I even let you in, she said. That was it. I didn't argue, didn't plead. I picked up my jacket, walked through the back door, and into the rain like it was the only truth left in the city. I thought I was done, thought I'd buried it all. Then the message arrived, and now her parents were at my door. Her mother looked like truth had eroded her more than time ever could. Her eyes were worn in a way that had nothing to do with sleep. Her father didn't sit. He just stood like remorse wouldn't let him rest. We need your side, he said, his voice careful, searching like trying to find the man he once knew, the one who packed her dorm, invested in her boutique, and never asked for recognition. But I didn't share my side. Not yet. Instead, I asked, did she ever tell you why we stopped speaking? Her mother blinked. Her father's lips parted like they might respond, but nothing came. The truth didn't start at the party. That was only the reveal. It began with small things, passwords altered in silence, girls' nights that never existed, a new scent, one that wasn't hers or mine, earrings I'd never seen before, a hotel receipt tucked away, like a secret. I didn't explode. I don't raise my voice in doorways. I don't throw accusations. I observe. I collect truth the way an accountant files numbers quietly, methodically. I started with her phone. I didn't even read her messages. I didn't need to. I noticed how she flipped its screen down, how it never left her grasp, never died. I noticed how her smile only bloomed when she was texting, not me. I pulled the call records. Same number, same days, same windows of time. I dialed once. A man answered, didn't speak, just breathed like he already knew who I was. I didn't lash out. I just calculated. I took screenshots, kept logs installed, tracking software on the tablet, not to trap her, just to hold the lie in place. Long enough to see it clearly. I followed her once, just once. She met him at a hotel, always the same one. He wore my cologne. That wasn't chance. She was replacing me. Bit by bit, he was a replica built from scraps of me she thought she could reconstruct. And still, she came home like nothing had shifted, kissed my cheek, asked what I wanted for dinner, like I hadn't washed her hands, traced another man hours earlier. I smiled, told her the roast was in the oven, the same oven where she used to leave me notes. The report came in a plain envelope, no names, just evidence, photos, dates, Times. I didn't confront her. I waited 3 more days. Let her live in her fiction. Let her think I was blind. Then I left the envelope aside. Her coffee. You forgot this, I said. She opened it with a smirk, the kind she wore when she thought she held the power. That smirk disappeared by page 2. She laughed. Fragile. Forced. Is this supposed to scare me? She asked. Her voice cracked, trying to sound tough. I said nothing. Just looked at her until she understood I had known long before she guessed. She backed away as if the truth might burn her. I didn't explain. Didn't say goodbye. I just walked away. She woke up to empty drawers, empty rooms, and a hollow where us used to live. 2 days later, I mailed it all to her father. No letter, just the truth she tried to hide. Every document, every image. I knew what it would unravel, not just her, but the fiction she fed them. The version where I was just a driver. Nobody she outgrew. And now they stood at my door, shoulders bowed in regret, shame clinging to their voices. We didn't know, her mother murmured. I nodded. They apologized. I accepted, not because I had to, because I no longer needed anything. She's not well. Her father added. She's saying things about I cut him off. She lies. I said, it's what she does. They left shortly after. No tea, no long goodbyes, just footsteps swallowed by the wet hall. I stood at the window watching them go, watching the same rain that once rinsed her from me. She once shrunk me to a label in a room of strangers. But I wasn't bitter. I wasn't broken. I was free, a man no longer, fueled by fury but by distance. And distance, I've learned, is the most refined kind of revenge. It doesn't shout, doesn't follow. It just detaches. So completely, there's nothing left to wound. She once called me her driver. Now she walks the road of that lie, alone,